$29 billion with a B. That is how much the secondhand fashion industry is valued at in the United States today, and that number is expected to reach $80 billion in the next 10 years. I cannot believe that. If you're struggling to feel like you love your style right now, like your closet is stuffed with clothing that doesn't really represent who you are as a person, and you think I have absolutely nothing to wear, then you're going to love today's video. I'm going to be talking to you about the benefits of shopping secondhand, how and where you can find the best deals on designer and premium pieces that will make you so happy and so chic. And also, I'm going to be showing you a small collection of some recent secondhand purchases that I've made locally here in my town and on thredUP. If you're really into secondhand fashion and you're an avid lifelong thrifter, then go ahead and like this video and subscribe. To nerd out a little bit, a recent study found that the secondhand fashion industry is expected to triple in the next 10 years. That $80 billion that I mentioned at the very top of the video. And that just blows my mind. Shopping secondhand for me is a way of life, and so I look at buying things at retail price more as like a supplement, method. It's more of a supplementary way to fill in the gaps of my wardrobe and my life overall. So I'd love to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the benefits of shopping secondhand, not just for yourself, but for the environment and for global economies and all of that good stuff. And a quick disclaimer is that although I love sustainability and I love shopping secondhand, as I've said so many times already, there's no perfect way of achieving this in your life, and there's no like militant rules around how and when and how much you should buy secondhand or even have in your closet. So keep in mind that there is no perfection. Just taking one step is really awesome, and you should take that one step and then just build upon the next. The first benefit to shopping secondhand is that you can save so much money. And with that affordability actually comes an increase in quality. So although you might not be paying as much, you might be able to find something that is a high-end designer for literally the tiniest fraction of what it originally would have cost. Even though it might require you to dig a little bit, it is often very much worth it. Shopping secondhand also directly impacts your community. In many cases, thrift stores are connected to some sort of charitable organization in your community, so it's helping to provide meals or shelter for people who are less fortunate or who have fallen on hard times. Like in my city, there's lots and lots of opportunities to help people in our community that have fallen on hard times by shopping secondhand. They also help reduce waste and pollution. So when you shop secondhand, not only are you reducing waste that could end up in the landfill or could be burned, often textiles do end up in landfill and are burned, but you're also reducing pollution on the front end. So you're reducing that demand that fast fashion brands have out there or big retailers have out there, and you're reducing the pollution that comes from manufacturing garments. For example, did you know that it actually takes 1,800 gallons of water to make one pair of jeans? That's mind-blowing to me. That's so much water, and of course that water gets treated and has to go through lots of processes again, and it's so much effort to get one pair of jeans. And on a side note, I just want to say that when fast fashion brands jump on trends and when they're trying to get their stake in the market, they end up creating so much waste, it's unthinkable. And finally, we can't forget that when we buy used clothing, we are directly impacting the people who made the clothing or who are currently making all of the clothing in the world. We're avoiding contributing to that system, and anytime that we can do that, that is a plus. This is a really complex topic, and of course, I'm not the be-all end-all expert on this. So if you are somebody who loves secondhand fashion, if you're really into sustainable style and ethical style, then let's have a conversation in the comment section below. Share some of your favorite resources and your favorite tips on how you shop secondhand and how you've made that transition into being more sustainable. There are so many brands where you can find secondhand clothing. I could go on and on and on about where you can shop to find beautiful secondhand pieces, designer pieces. But one of my favorite tips is to look on big websites like Poshmark, like thredUP, like The RealReal, like Mercari, and so on. When you go to these websites, especially thredUP, you're able to find really high quality pieces for just $100 or less, which to me is an amazing deal if you're thinking about that particular garment costing several hundred to several $1,000s. All right, okay, so guys, what I want to do right now is show you some beautiful pieces that I was able to find for just a fraction of their retail price on thredUP and at my local consignment shop. And when I show you these things, you are going to be blown away. And if you'd like for me to do a whole other video about how I shop on thredUP, then definitely let me know, because that's a process. So let's go ahead and show you the beautiful pieces that I got. Here's the first piece that I was able to find secondhand. This is a TB cropped jacket. It is sort of like a tweed situation happening here, and it's got these oversized pocket, sort of like asymmetrical situation happening here. What's really neat about this jacket is that it also has this super cool like open belt in the back, and it just gives this really neat look to it, I think. So it definitely hits that cropped style that you would be seeing right now a lot on the runway. And it's very warm, it's very cozy, it's cotton lined, and it even still has the little plastic covers on the buttons so that they don't scratch. This jacket, I looked up on TB's website, something similar to it. I couldn't find the exact jacket. Was retailing anywhere from the low side was $525 and all the way up to $1,100 for a blazer or like a jacket outerwear piece on TB's website, and I got this for under $100. What an incredible piece, incredible score. It's so unique, it's so versatile. I think that this is going to be in my wardrobe forevermore. This is what one of my dearest friends, Ashley, back in the day, Ashley who lived in Knoxville, shout out to you, Ashley, if you're watching, hugs girl, I love you, called her clothes forever pieces, and I love that. So this is a forever piece. Great find. I'm so blessed to live in a city where someone very cool is getting rid of all of their cool clothes. So thank you, person who this was. I don't know who you are, but I absolutely love you. I just dropped my camera, and so I hope and I pray that I didn't just break the lens, but she's having issues focusing. The next piece I'm wearing is this gorgeous cashmere sweater from Frame. If you guys are familiar with Frame, they're a premium denim brand, and they make really gorgeous clothes, but very, very, very high end. And what I loved about this piece is it's navy cashmere, and it's got these beautiful little details here on the wrist of this kind of like woolen material that's like almost like a bow, but it's a tie. And I loved the look of this. I thought it was so unique and chic and kind of like perfect for fall, and kind of got that nice oversized but very pretty look to it. Very sleek and elegant and refined, I thought. This retails for anywhere from, get ready, this most likely retailed for around $400 to $500, which I cannot even believe. Like, these are prices that I would never be able to touch. No, 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 not about. So it makes me so happy that I can find something that is super high quality, not only in style but also in the materials. This was a thredUP find, and I had honestly never heard of Frame until I got on thredUP, but somehow or other I came across this. I think I was searching for like cashmere sweaters actually, and I saw this. I loved the detail and had it in my wish list for a while, and then finally used my thredUP credit from forever ago, you guys. From like over a year ago, it's been hanging out on my thredUP account. I think I got this for just $42.99. I got this for $42.99. I can't believe that. It's in really great condition actually. It was just a little bit hairy when it came in the mail. Like, this person who owned this before me definitely had a dog, which is fine because I have a dog. It does have some slight signs of wear, but other than that, like if I got this professionally cleaned and deballed, this was in perfect condition. So $42.99, I can't even. So $43 versus $500. Wow. Here's another Frame piece that I got from thredUP. This is an incredible silk blouse that's kind of this Western style silk. I mean, it's a Western style shirt with the piping on the front and also the piping on the back there. And I really thought that this was a perfect piece for this time of year, for this season of style that's kind of coming out. If you watch my trends for 2022, fall of 2022 video, then you would have seen that Western wear was a big trend for fall 2022, and I just thought I couldn't pass this up. It's 100% silk. It's in perfect condition. There was absolutely nothing wrong with it whatsoever. My receipt says $95, which I don't remember paying that for this, but I had the credit, so maybe I don't know, maybe somehow I winged that. But there was like massive sales happening, and they were trying really hard to get me to use that credit, so they actually won. But a blouse like this on Frame's website would probably retail anywhere from like $250 all the way up to $550. So this was an incredible bargain, and I literally can't believe that I got something so adorable for such a good price. My final piece is another silk blouse from thredUP from Frame Denim, and I thought this was such a beautiful piece because it's got these double buttons all the way down the front. It's got these really fantastic like triple buttons here on the cuff, so like when you cuff this up, it's just going to be the most elegant little puff sleeve there. Again, I think this would probably retail anywhere from $250 to $550, maybe even more, depending on the situation and the particulars of the season, you know, how it was being marketed and sold. I love this piece. Again, 100% silk. It is final sale, which was kind of a bummer to me that it was final sale, because when it came, I immediately noticed there's some pulling on the back seam, so that's kind of a huge bummer. However, I don't think that I paid very much for this at all. Okay, so I double checked and it said that this was $69.99, and I don't remember paying that for this beautiful blouse, but because there were just so many discounts that thredUP was adding on to the total, and I did get a lot of pieces, and I think half of them I ended up returning for quality and just for sizing. So I'm really pleased with this, and again, I think it's just a huge testament to how wonderful secondhand shopping is. You can find the best deals on the most beautiful pieces if you just keep your eyes peeled. Alright, you guys, that wraps up today's video. Oh, you're so funny. That wraps up today's video. I'm so grateful for you watching. If you got value out of this, definitely like and subscribe, and let me know what your take is on secondhand fashion, secondhand style. Where do you like to look for used and gently used and beautiful pieces? And what are some of the best finds that you've ever made secondhand? I can't get over Bo right now just being the cutest thing in the world. Aww, why is he so cute? Oh my gosh. He knows. Like, he literally knows. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are, and I'll see you again next time.